What's up, everybody? Well, today I'm here to show you another vacuum, but this time it is not of one that is in my collection. Here I present to you a Dyson Ball Animal 2 Total Clean. This is one of the two vacuums that currently resides at my family's ranch out in West Texas. Some people may remember I did make the video on the Hoover React Professional, that I will link the video to that vacuum in the description box. But at my current visit, I found out that they bought this. This is basically the spare vacuum to the Hoover React. And I'm thinking it's slowly starting to become the daily driver, because this is a very nice vacuum. It's very versatile compared to the Hoover version. But there are some pros and cons to this over a bunch of others, but I'm not going to talk about those in this video. I'm just going to give you a general overview of people who are interested in this vacuum, or those who may be searching for one similar. Now, there are two versions of the Dyson Ball. Actually, there's three. There's this one, there's the Ball Multi-Floor, which is the yellow version. And then there's also the Kinetic Big Ball, which is the biggest full size. And this one is the one preferred for pet lovers. So let's go ahead and give a walkthrough, and I'll give a discussion of how everything looks. I really do like the blue, almost purple color to this vacuum. It's just when the light hits it, it either looks blue or it looks purple. But it's a very nice color. You obviously do have this little cap that you flip up to get access to your wand. And looks like there might be a little clog in there, or whatever that is that just pulled out. Set that to the side for now. But anyway, right here is your power cord that you can release. It is not the longest cord as I would expected. This is at least a 30-foot cord, so it is nice and usable, so you don't have to keep stopping and switching outlets. But this is an oddball plug end, and here's how it mounts on the back of the cord. I'm expecting the hook to be mounted at the plug end, but that's the thing with late model Dysons. They started doing this cord design. So as we move along down, you have your controls for your brush roll on off, as well as the main power switch. And you have your Dyson toll-free line. Pause the video if you want to save this number in case you have problems with your own Dyson, or you plan to purchase one and you're having issues. So we move along here. We got your upholstery tool, and you have a little dusting brush that can be removed to get access to your main crevice tool. First time I've ever seen a vacuum that has a detachable crevice tool piece. There is an upholstery tool for this, but unfortunately I can't find it. These are the only tools that I got with the vacuum for this video. So here is the dustbin. Just push that to release. You also push it down once again to release the little trap door that opens, and some dirt just fell out, so we'll pick that up later. So you flip this open to get access to your filter, which recently I did go through a big cleaning of this because it was major dirty when I got it. So I just decided to do this to try and restore some suction, because that's what I do. But anyway, right here are the upper cyclones that that it goes into before it goes into the main filter, and everything will get sucked down into the motor, which this obviously provides suction, and it all exhausts out right over here. So also you do have this little trap door that comes open so you can repair any clogs that may occur. That's nice and convenient. There was supposed to be a latch that goes here, but apparently it's not sealing right. Oh, and here's the model number while I have this off. For any of you who may be interested in that, it is model UP20. And there's the serial. For household use only. Made in Malaysia by Dyson Technologies, so at least it's not China. And on the dust cup it says strongest suction of any vacuum. Dyson Ball Animal 2 Total Clean. And there's all your marketing. And let me show you the way you get access to the post filter on these, which interesting, on these late model ball Dysons, the post filter is actually mounted on the left side. So you have this one ball section that can be removed to get access to this filter. And that's where it is. You can simply just twist this like so to get it off. And this has had quite a bit of use. So when you're putting this back on, you want to make sure you line up this top notch with the indents right here on the top. And just twist it till it locks. And then that's how you know your filter is seated. You want to make sure this is tight on there, but you don't want it too tight. So now we'll go ahead and tilt the machine back to show you the underside. Right here is your brush roll, which interesting thing on this, and some people may not notice this at first, but the brush roll in these are actually single row. I never knew that. I thought it would have been a dual row, but interesting, it's a single. But the bristles are very, very stiff. That honestly is what gives these things great cleaning performance, is how very stiff these bristles. Which at the same time, it's also a bad thing about the vacuum, because it won't do as good on certain piles of carpet. It'll be too aggressive for certain area rugs. And also, these ball models do have an active adjusting base plate that will adjust to whatever pile of carpet you have to get the best seal, which this also can create another problem, because on certain types of carpet, and how strong the suction is, the vacuum sucks itself down to the carpet so good that sometimes it's hard to push, even with the power of the brush roll helping you out. So that is one thing you will have to get used to. If you get one of these, the active adjusting base plate, it will work on certain area rugs, but it definitely works the best on bare floor. You do have this upper channel up in front to help the suction from the front, instead of just all coming through right here. And here's your separate motor for the brush roll. And there's really not that much else to say about this, other than let's go ahead and release the cord and give you a demonstration of this thing running. There's a quick release cord hook. Not too really a big fan of the material they used for the cord. It's just asking for trouble to get some frays. So let's plug this guy in. And to release these into their vacuuming position, you are going to want to at least step down on either side and push down on the front handle and pull back. Then your little rear wheels will pop up, which are only there for transporting the vacuum. So now you're rotating on this upper ball. And if you put it back up, they will pop back down. You don't have to step down on either side. You just push down and pull back to release into its vacuuming position. But anyway, enough of that. Let's go ahead and give you a demonstration of this thing running. So first we gotta make sure the brush roll is off for the bare floor. There we go. Every time you turn the vacuum on, for some reason, the brush roll always likes to turn on with. I will admit the steerability of this is very nice. Once you get used to the mechanics, it's pretty fun to use it. I will admit the only downfall to this when you're using it is because the profile of this is so high, it won't go underneath as much furniture as you would like it to. Also, you get a demonstration of it on carpet. So for that, we'll go ahead and turn the brush bar on. See, there's another cool feature. You have a brush hole shut off in case it gets jammed. Okay, it's definitely not agreeing with this carpet. So yeah, we're not gonna be able to run the brush bar on this. Maybe I'll cut away and show you a different video of it on a different carpet, because they do have a area rug downstairs that definitely works with this brush bar. I want to know how strong the suction is. You just listen to how much this thing's picking up out of this carpet. Area rug, I should say. Because the wheels only go down so far, it does work good if you're transporting it over for a threshold. I'm picking up this big particle like I am here. suction diverter that activates when you switch from vacuuming position to an upright position, which is typical thing with Dyson. Yep, the default setting of this will always turn the brush flow on, so that is something you are going to have to put up with. But yeah, you can hear the little diverter valve activate when you switch from vacuuming to tool mode. But I will go ahead and cut away and insert another vacuuming clip of this thing actually working on an actual low pile area rug. Yeah, I'm not even pushing it. So now that you've seen a proper video of this thing being used on an area rug, now we'll go ahead and demonstrate this thing in tool mode. To get this in tool mode, you're going to want to just obviously lift this little safety cap back up and then pull straight up to release the wand. And this is how far it extends. If you want to just use this end, you can simply unclip it from here. But to use an extension wand, you are going to want to have this connected. And to get it to slide back in and back into the vacuum, you got to press again for it to slide. Otherwise, it'll lock right there. But let me go ahead and show you the tool suction of this. Typical Dyson fare, it is ridiculously powerful suction. It does have a flexible hose. Really not too big a fan of the quality because see the way as it flexes, see the way it kind of curls like that? That's not really the best hose material. But let's go ahead and show you the tools. At least the only two I've got. So when you're getting connected, you simply hook it in and align the little tab and then lock it in. We have a little dusting brush. And let's go ahead and put this into the North Crevice tool mode. And you can simply use this. Now we're going to show you how it is with the big extension wand. Just hook it up at the end like so. And you can just attach whatever you want to use at the end. Sometimes it is pretty stiff at times. Lining up the little locking tab. Like that. And you can just take it with you. Yeah, sometimes the suction's too strong that you can tend to pull the vacuum along with it. But this is how high of a reach you get. That's a pretty tight connection. It'll take everything. And if you're all done, you can just set it back in. And to get the wand back in, you gotta press the little lock here, then get the wand sliding down, and just line up the tab, and then it's back in its docking position. Pop down the little safety tab, and you can return to your vacuum. Overall, even though I'm definitely not a Dyson fan, And I'm definitely not used to the very powerful suction, but this is coming from a vacuum collector that collects a lot of vintage vacuums that don't have as much suction as this thing. But it's a great cleaner, I will tell you that. Last of the probably good Dysons before they start moving their lineup to everything that's cordless. But with that said, I hope you've enjoyed this video on the Dyson Ball Animal 2 Total Clean. Be sure and stay tuned, and don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.